Follow me. It's this way. It feels good to finally have a chance to help these people. Helplessly watching them suffer has been difficult. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? This way, my son. The tower on that hill is our destination. People around here call it the Tower of the Dawn. I'm not familiar with the tower's history, but it was deserted for quite a long time before Nightcaller Temple was established inside. When the temple was active, the priests would rarely be seen in Dawnstar. They preferred to live a solitary existence. The temple's been abandoned for decades now. Ironic, isn't it? A ruin within a ruin. There's a small shrine to Mara I established inside the tower's entry hall. I was hoping to seek spiritual guidance from her. This way, my son. Poof! Before we enter, I must warn you about the... Years ago, this temple was raided by an orc war party seeking revenge. They were being plagued by nightmen. No. Knowing they could never defeat the orcs, the priests of Vermina released what they called the miasma. I'm concerned that when this place is unsealed, the miasma will dissipate, and they'll awaken. Both orcs and... The miasma was created by the priests of Vermina for their rituals. Because the rituals would last for months or even years, the miasma was designed to slow down the aging process. Yes, my son. Yes, my... Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Give me just a moment, and I'll have this open. Now I can show you the source of the nightmares. Over here. Behold the skull of corruption. The source of Dawnstar's woes. We must reach the inner sanctum and destroy it. Come, there's no time to lose. We fight to the last. Damn it! The priest must have activated this barrier with... Impossible, actually. There may be a way to bypass the barrier, but I must check their library, and... I suppose that my knowledge of this temple comes from personal experience. I was a priest of Vermina. When the orcs invaded the temple, I fled. I've spent the last few decades living in regret and seeking redemption from Mara. And by her benevolence, I'll still have my key to the library. Whenever you're ready, let's move on. It's just up here. Be careful. We're certain to find more of the awakened within. This library used to be filled with arcane volumes. Now look at it. Almost everything's been burned. I hope the tome we need is still intact. Barring any more interruptions, perhaps we can locate the information I need. We're looking for a book of alchemical... The tome bears the likeness of Vermina on the cover. It should be here somewhere. If you'll check the shelves around the balcony, I'll check around the lower level. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Lore Hall. The skull. What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day. If you'll check the shelves around the palace, I'll check around the lower level. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? You'll check the shelves around the balcony. I'll check around the lower level. If you'll check the shelves around the balcony, I'll check around the lower level. Yes, my son. Lord, the skull has... What it does with these memories is just conjecture, and an argument for scholars and historians to this very day. Let me... Mara be praised. It involves a recipe for a liquid known as... Yes, the Torpor grants an ability the priests of Vermina called the Dream Stride, using dreams to travel distances in... I assure you, sadly, I have yet to see it function in person. As a sworn priest of Mara, the elixir won't work for me. The torpor will only work for priests of Vermina, or the unaffiliated. No, all my research points in the The only question in my mind is whether you will be granted the Dream Stride. I swear upon Lady Mara that I would never let any harm befall you. I believe there is a laboratory in the East Wing. If we proceed there, we should be able to locate a sample. We mustn't tarry. The skull needs to be destroyed as soon as possible. Now that they've been dealt with, we need to find the torpor. It should be in a small box. I'll begin searching up here. The torpor should be in a tall bottle with dark liquid. If you find it, bring it to me. Yes, I'm relieved you discovered a bottle intact. This place looks as though... So, I've taken us this far, but you need to guide us the rest of the way. Dawnstar's fate rests in that tiny bottle. I understand your hesitation, but I promise you that it works. Let's continue. We still have much to do.
The orcs have breached the inner sanctum, Brother Varen.
We must hold. We can't allow the skull to fall into their hands.
But no more than a handful of us remain, brother.
Then we have no choice. The miasma must be released.
The miasma? But brother...
We have no alternative. It's the will of Vermina. And what about you, Brother Casimir? Are you prepared to serve the will of Vermina? Then it's decided. Brother Casimir, you must activate the barrier and release the miasma. Let nothing stop you. Brother Thoric, we must remain here and guard this skull with our lives if necessary.
Agreed to the death.
Then let it be done. Farewell, my brothers.
Kill the defilers!
Kill the defilers! Time for your final rest. Victory is yours. worked. You vanished after drinking the torpor and materialized on the other side. I've never seen anything quite like it. How I envy you. I can only imagine the Sadly, I am resigned to just reading of its wonders through my Indeed. My reverence for Vermina's machinations. The inner sanctum lies ahead. We must reach the skull and put an end to Dawnstar's troubles. Lead on, my friend. Yes, my son. What is it I can help with? Come. We must get to the skull and destroy it. Wait. There, Thoric, you're alive. No thanks to you, Casimir. I no longer use that name. I'm Miranda, priest of Mara. You're a traitor. You left us to die and then ran before the miasma took you. No, I was scared. I wasn't ready to sleep. Enough of your lies. I can't allow you to destroy the skull, priest of Mara. Then you leave me no choice. For Dawnstar! How could you, Arender? I knew Varen and Thor. Is this punishment for my past? Is it Mara's will to torment me so? No, you mustn't listen to them. They speak only... Had we aided them in releasing the skull, they would use it to wreak havoc across Skyrim. It's time. If you'll stand back, I'll perform the ritual granted to me by Lady Mara. First, an incantation to remove the barrier. I call upon you, Lady Mara. The skull hungers. It yearns for memories and leaves nightmares in its wake. Grant me the power to break through this barrier and to send the skull to the depths of oblivion.
He's deceiving you. When the ritual's complete, the skull will be free, and then Arender will turn on you. Quickly, kill him now. Kill him and claim the skull for your own. Vermina commands you.
My benevolence shall not stop.
Always sad when
This is a shame. No, sorry. But I did notice that her coin purse was still intact. I'm going to keep preparing the body, if you'll excuse me.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Go cast your fancy magic someplace else. Just like always, nobody saw anything useful. The bastards escaped again. Look, friend. If you think you can do better than the Legion of... You'll need to talk to your life, though. We can't just let anyone go around claiming to be an... If he's willing, then we'll talk.
My job's simple enough. The dead don't really complain much.
Careful with that fire!
Algrif won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land.
We've intercepted couriers from Solomon.
These are difficult times indeed. When my men are stretched thin as it is. If you offer your aid, I gladly accept. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
I'm not much of a strategist, but Lord Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same. Travel safely. It's dangerous.
You think I need to send Bolgraf to speak?
We got a nickname for any... Go fiddling with any locks around here, we're going to have a real... Alright then. I noticed a trail of blood. Helgerd's taken the body into the Hall of the Dead to prepare for burial. She's a little crazy, but if she knows anything, it's dead bodies. Stay away from the Aretino residence. The place is cursed.
Large diagonal cut from left shoulder. Well, she's dead, but I guess that's not... I mean, sorry. Was only joking with you. Oh, the only unusual thing, they look like they were made with, well, the ancient Nords. I don't know who in Windhelm would even have something like that. Other than me, of course. I'm too busy tending to the dead to spend my time and I wouldn't very well tell you about the cuts if I... Now, I really got to get back to the body. Lot of work to prepare her for the grave.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else. What do you need? Aye.
Give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that.
Take care with
We've
those flames.
intercepted couriers from Solitude. The
Travel
Empire
safely.
is a great
The Stormcloaks are
treasure
finding
on
victory
my
across the land.
And what would you have me do?
For Ulfric, he seems not. I don't really have a mind for war. Grew up here. Lot of history in these walls. The Jarl has put out a bounty on the dragon that's been terrorizing the countryside. Here,
You think I need
take a
to
look
send
at this decree for
Bolgraf a
details.
stronger message?
I'm not much of a strategist,
If my
but
message
Lord
means
Ulfric listens to my counsel
Only the
all the
foolish
same.
or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you? Is that so? Yes. You were with us at Helgen. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken. A fair point. Well, I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made... Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past. And you fight for me with honor and... Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think? Speak
So
with
we're ready to
Garmar.
start
He'll
this
size you up and
business
see
then.
where we can best use your talents. It means you have... It seems with the dragons returning soon.
All
I
right,
still
then.
say you should take them all
If you have
out
any
like you
news of
did
the Western
King
Folds,
Torek.
take it to Ulfric immediately.
Torek was merely a message to the other.
The Imperials think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of it.
The Eye of Talos was a fine ship once. Now it lies around an island just
Glory in
north
war.
of...
Just
All right,
something
then.
to tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
I'd be a lot warmer. You hear the news? There's a dragon roosting up on Mount Anthor, to the northwest. You should All right, I noticed Helgerd's taken the body into the Hall of the Dead to prepare for burial. She's a little crazy, but if she knows anything, it's dead bodies. Go cast your fancy magic someplace else. Staying safe, I hope?
Every night, I walk around the Grey Quarter and let them greyskins know what I think of them. Get out of my face. We ought to dig a big hole. Throw all them dark elves and Argonians in it. And let them tear each other to pieces. Get out of my face.
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any... time. Go cast your fancy magic someplace else. All right, then.
Large diagonal cut from left shoulder. Large diagonal cut from left shoulder.
What do you need?
Take care with those flames.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
What is it?
I took an arrow in the knee. What is it? Dragons?
us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on
I'm not
White
much of a
Lord.
strategist,
what
but Lord
will you
Ulfric listens to my counsel all the same.
He's not
Grew
with
up
us.
here.
He's
Old
against
as
us.
at Mora. Lot of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more. It's a lucky
How
time.
long are you going to wait?
Any
I
news
need
of
to
the
send
Western
Bolgraf
Hordes,
a stronger
take it to
message.
Ulfric immediately.
If by message
Travel
you mean
safe.
shoving a sword through his gullet,
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
so we're ready to start this war in earnest then.
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not,
The people are behind you.
many, I fear, still need convincing.
Let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long
Helgen,
time.
huh?
We know the
Ulfric
price
told
we
us
pay.
quite this. But
People
first,
so
tell
big
me,
is in their hearts.
why does an elf want to fight for Skyrim? Fair enough. But are you willing to die for your home? Can't fault anyone for that. As long as you hate the Empire as much as I do, that I can work with. You mistake me. I'm not saying no. We're not looking for sellswords. The Stormcloaks... All right. But before I can put you to use, I need to know how much you can take. I have a little test for you. The kind men use to mech... I'm sending you to Serpentstone Island. If you survive, you pass. If you die, well, you won't go... It's where men have tested their... It's a strange rock formation, built by the ancients. Something... You kill an ice wraith out there, and I'll have all the proof I need about you. What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think.
I'm not much of a strategist.
How many of
Lord
their sons
Ulfric
and
listens to my
daughters
counsel
follow your
all the
banner?
same.
We are their family.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else. Aye.
I'd appreciate it if you don't bother my wife, Tova. She's still in mourning. Our little girl died recently. I've been shouldering my days. I've been looking for an amulet of RK to remind my wife that our child is with the god. Thank you. Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death.
You one of those Skyrim for the Nords types? And you're right. Don't let Ulfric or some of these other short-sighted Nords bother you. Most
I
of them
wanted to
happen
thank you
welcome
again for the
newcomers.
men spy you sent over.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired.
Pleasure, Torbjorn. I enjoy cooking, and after
Terrible
what you
shame
and Tora
that.
have been through,
Seems we have a killer on the... He's claimed 3 victims that I know of. All lovely ladies, too. Let's hope the gods find that demon soon and introduce
I'm
him to him.
not really sure what to do with myself.
Fair
I
winds
try
and
not
calm
to think of
seas.
her.
Poor Nilsson.
But sometimes the
It's all in the
simplest thing
swing.
will
Let me
remind
show you.
I'm so
You need
sorry,
anything, come
Torbjorn.
see me.
You must be suffering
Wherever I can
terribly.
find them.
I wish there
If you're
was
the
some
type who
way I could-
worries over where something came from,
You've
you
done
may
more
want
than
to move
enough
on.
already.
Need something?
You've been a
Because I
good
used to
friend
be
to
the
the
same.
family in need, and we won't forget that.
Good day to you.
I
I'm
lost
sorry
my
I
family
lost
years
myself
ago.
for a moment there.
Truth is,
I'd
I don't
travel
really know
more,
what
but who
keeps
wants
me
to
going.
deal with all the soldiers these days?
Speak,
Thank
elf.
you for your custom.
Everyone says Yorland Greymane is the best smith in Skyrim. I plan to change a few minds about that. Need some metal hammered. The finest weapons and armor. Whether it's armed. Need or a new blade, come see me.
Seeing a
Need
good
something?
tavern brawl
Just what
might
you
be
see here.
Just the thing to lift my spirits.
See ya.
Fresh fruit and vegetables for sale.
Yes?
If you're looking to get a drink, some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures. I'll see you again soon, I hope.
You should be more careful with those flames.
It's so good to see you again. Oh, thank you. Up to no good, are we? I'll teach you, but it'll cost you.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired. There are winds and palm trees. That's an old sailor's party.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else.
Don't set anything on fire, all right? Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something, no?
I don't know you.
You and Riften looking for trouble? That's the wrong... Last thing the Blackbriars need around here is some troublemaker trying to steal a... The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket, and the Thieves Guild watching their back. So, me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Just stay out of the Blackbriars' affairs. You'll live longer. Stay out of the Blackbriars. I'm through with. You aren't worth my time. Piss off.
If you're looking for a handout, you'll want to speak with my husband. If you're looking for company, I suppose I could do worse.
You aren't worth my time. Piss off.
Enough! This ends now!
Never should have come
Guess it's all clear now. Guess it's all clear now. Guess it's all clear now. Guess it's all clear. Come on. Guess it's all clear now. Guess it's all clear now. You're not planning on over here. Guess it's all clear. Please. Guess it's all clear now. Guess it's all clear. Guess it's all clear. Guess it's all clear now. Until next.
Welcome to Riften, home of the Thieves Guild. So they'd have you believe. It's all lies. They're just thugs, vermin, creeping around the Red Way.
Someone do something.
No
more.
Lucky shit! Nothing!
Oh.
Go cast your fancy magic someplace else.
Huh? What do you want? I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the... I borrowed some gold. Now, Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, You will? Oh, thank you. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with both sweet and nasty.
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
So, what's your story?
My cousin disappeared one night. Some say
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric
I'll
Stormcloak
fight the
wants
entire
to see
legion
them.
myself if they dare show their faces here.
Join the Dawn Guard?
Why are you here, Tolan? The Vigilance and I were finished with each other. Long time ago. So who are you? What do you want?
Vigilants are under attack everywhere. The vampires are much more dangerous than we believed.
Why do I even post guards? This is the headquarters of the Dawn Guard. As you can see, we have some work to do to restore it to its former glory. But maybe you want to help me with that. I need someone out in the field taking the fight to the damn vampires. Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. And this, originally, I'm trying to put it to good use. Well, at least you're smart enough to want to learn more. I'll show you what I can. There's only one. When it comes to vamp, I've lasted this long because we hunt down in the old. Then people. Now I'm trying to re-establish the Dawn Guard. Tolan, tell him about what was it? Hollow. Be on your guard at all times. Avoid. There's only when it comes. I've lasted this long because I don't take chances. I cover my tracks and I keep my eyes open.
Yes.
If you're smart.
Dim hollow Chris.
Brother Adolf was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of
Even
some
with all
kind.
my preparations, we can't be too
Listen to
careful.
him any more
The
than we
monsters
did
could strike
Islam.
us at any moment. I knew it would come to this one day. I knew. That's good enough for me. Go see what the... Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. Be on your guard at all, Tolan. I don't...
Isran found something. For you.
never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
Ismir, you won't leave here alive.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. My oath to Stendar is stronger than any sup.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something.
Who sent you here? I was expecting someone... like me, at least. Can't you tell just from looking at me? A vampire. That's complicated. And I'm not totally sure if I... But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they... By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you. It's on an island near Solitude. Hopefully we can find... It's my family home. Not the most welcoming place, but depending on who's around. Let's just say that my mother and father have... Don't worry, I'm not in any danger or anything like that. It'll just... Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away. Who's there? Does the air feel heavy down here? I'm a little woozy, but it might just be from waking up. This feels like the right way. I'm starting to worry. Who's there? I knew I heard something. I knew I heard something. That'll teach you. Stay on your guard. Who's there? I knew I heard This weather is incredible. Yes? I'd rather not get into that with you. I'm sorry, it's not that... Let's get to my home, and I'll have a better sense of where we all stand.
Should have come here.
Done and done.
I've been looking for you. Got something. I've got a letter and a lot of... Looks like that's it. Got to go. Nope. Sorry. Nothing.
That's privileged information. Now, move along.
What was that?
You're dead. Is someone there? I do hope you know what you're doing with those flames. That's privileged information. Now, move along.
Hey, so, before we go in there... I think so. I wanted to thank you for getting me this far. But after we get in there, I know your friends would probably want to kill everything in here. I'm hoping you can show some more control. Once we're inside, just keep quiet for a
Lady
bit.
Serana's
Let me
back.
take the lead.
Open the gate. Where I heard, Lady Serana's been gone.
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes.
My lord, everyone! Serana has returned.
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it.
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course, I'm delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my grat. Tell me, what is your name? I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter would have told you what we are. Perhaps you should. I count some of the oldest and For centuries we lived here, far from the cares of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most. I was about to suggest that very thing. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach and you will never fear death. Then you will be prey, like all mortals. I will spare your life this once. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice. So be it. You are prey, like all mortals. I banish you.
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you? I cannot believe my eyes.
Hello there.
Do you need
My
something?
lord, everyone! Serana has returned! I can't believe it! Be careful!
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I trust you have my Elder Scroll.
After all these years, that's the first thing you ask me? Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
She has the
I'm
scroll.
delighted to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike. Now tell me, who is the stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, tell me, what is your name? Very well. I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter will have told you what we are. Perhaps for centuries we lived here far. I offer you my blood. Then you will... Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! That I offer. Now, make your choice. Be still. Awake at last. Good. The power is growing within you, and now you must learn to wield it. My blood is potent. At first the body is open. After my bite, you collapsed and fell into a slumber. Now, I assure you, no harm was done. In truth, your strength surprises me. Not all. With my guidance, you will become a deadly instrument, striking terror into the hearts of more. Now listen to my words, and do as I instruct. The true power of the ancient blood is found in the form of the Vampire Lord. Assume the mantle of the Vampire Lord, and we will continue. Transform into the Vampire Lord, and I will teach you more. Poof! I sense the power of the ancient blood in your veins. It has made you strong. Transform into the Vampire Lord, and I will teach you more. Use the power of the ancient blood to transform into a vampire lord. Transform into the vampire lord. I sense the power of the ancients in this form. You can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call upon the powers of night to turn into a swarm of bats and reappear some distance away. Should you run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue. Good. You are weaker while on the ground, because you cannot access the blood magic. However, the night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts. There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain grants you new night powers and blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle, should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task to test your new powers. But first, do you have any questions? When you first transform into a vampire lord, you will hover in the air. While you do, you will descend to the ground, and you can attack with your claws and with experience, your powers will grow, and you will discover new ways. Good. Go and speak to Garen Marethi. Tell him it is time.
you need something? Lord Hearken, remember your Now what is our Lord's wish? Well, well. You've heard of the Bloodstone Chalice? It is a rather well-kept secret. The chalice has been in Lord Hearken's possession for quite some time now. It is, when used... He has neglected using it for ages. If he wants it filled now, then grand... Follow me. Lord Hearken has never cared to use the chalice, relying on his more than adequate powers until now. This is an intriguing change. Ancestors guide you.
I knew I heard something. My money's on the field. I'm getting out of here.
No sign of a feast.
Now, make your... Be still. Awake it. The power is growing within. With my guide. Now listen to my words and do as I instruct. True. Power of the ancient. Blood is found in the... In this form, you can drain the life from your foes with your right hand. With your left hand, you can wield the power of blood magic to raise the dead. You can also call the powers unite. Return into a swarm of bats. Distance run out of magicka, you can descend to the ground and fight as the beasts do. Do so now, and we will continue. Good. You are weaker while on the ground, because you cannot access the blood magic. The night powers are still yours to command, and your claws are still formidable weapons. Over time, your powers will grow in strength, and you will find new ways to use your gifts. There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men with your life drain grants you new night powers and blood magic. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task that will tell... Good. Go and speak to Garen Marethi. Tell him it is time. He will understand.
This should be...
Something.
Hello there.
There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. There is one last thing you must know. Slaying mortal men grants you new night powers and blood. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task. Good. Go and speak to Garen Marethi. Tell him he will understand.
Did you hear something?
Over here.
No signs of the last of them.
There is much to learn, but if you master the powers of the Vampire Lord, few enemies will be able to stand against you. There is one last thing you must know. Let mortal grants you new powers. I keep a stable of thralls in the castle, should you need to feed like the baser vampires to stave off the sun. That is all I have to teach you. If you wish to be reminded of these lessons, you need only ask. I have a task that will good. Go and speak to Garen. He will understand.
Over here.
When you're the same with experience, your powers will grow and you will discover new ways to use them.
No more. Why me?
You have earned my trust, so I will share what I can. Serana and her I commanded every vampire. In my heart, I know that it was my wife, Valerica. If I ever see her again, what else do you want to know? Very well.
Do you need something? Lord Hearken. Now what is our Lord's wish? Well, well. He wants the chalice, then. You've heard of the Bloodstone Chalice? Until next time.